The cost of having children in the U.S. So some people share their experience, how much it costs them to have kids in the U.S. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
How much it costs to give birth in America: $44,318.41. I had my little guy 3 weeks ago, so they definitely wasted no time sending me that bill. I had a vaginal birth with epidural, no complications, and I was in the hospital for about 2 days. So I'm gonna break everything down for you guys and show you guys how much everything costs and how much my insurance did cover. A private 1-bed room and board was $10,100. Pharmacy was $89.40. Laboratory was $859. My epidural was $1,845. Labor room and delivery was $10,275. Specialty services was $585, and then other services was $1,347. And that's just one bill. We have multiple bills to go through, guys. But my insurance did cover $20,353.62. And then I also still have to pay my doctor who delivered my baby. So that was $4,395.85. And that's with insurance already. I'm not sure exactly how much it would have been without insurance. And I did get another like epidural bill, and this is just for
I bet you without insurance, it would cost more. I think, yeah, it would cost more. God damn, that's a lot of money, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of money, bro. I didn't even expect for it to cost that much, bro. I thought people just have birth for free. To be honest with you, I thought it was for free, bro.
the doctor, not the epidural itself, and that is $2,060.86. And then lastly, baby boy also gets a bill too, and his bill is $12,761.30, and this is without insurance. We're still waiting for him to process on our insurance, so for now this is the cost without it. And if you're curious on how much we pay for insurance for our family of 5 now, it's $2,500 a month. We originally were paying
$2,500 a month. That's almost $3,000 every month. So in 10 months, you guys paid 2,500 times 10 months, $25,000 a month. Oh wow. Wow.
$2,138.48 for just the 4 of us. But other than that, that is how much it costs to give birth in America. Crazy.
You guys want to know how much it's going to cost you to give birth in the United States of America to twins plus 10 days in the NICU? Here you go. It's going to cost you $139,761.55. If you guys are pregnant and don't have health insurance, do not give birth inside of a hospital. Get yourself a midwife, give birth in your pool, give birth in your bathtub, go to a lake, give birth anywhere but a hospital. You know what really pisses me off? Not the fact that they want me to pay $139,000, but the fact that they get our placentas. And for the twins, I had 2 placentas. They got my damn placenta. They sold it. They made so much money off of it. And they slapped me with the bill, even though they made money off of my placentas. You know what placentas have, right? They have stem cells. Do you know how much money stem cells are worth? Do you know how much they can cure? Stem cells cure almost everything. Do you know how valuable placentas are? And the fact that they had the audacity to take my 2 placentas, make money off of it, and give me a $139,000 bill. If you are going to give birth in the hospital, do not let them take your placentas. Sell your placentas. Figure out how much money you make off of them. Turn them into capsules. Eat your damn placenta. Shove it back in your uterus.
Talk about how much it costs to have a baby in the US. And in my case, I had babies. I had twins last year that I gave birth through C-section. First bill is for $97,455. I wish I was joking. Let's pull up the breakdown. So I was in the hospital for 3 days because I had a C-section, and each night in the hospital was $11,552. I didn't know I was staying at the presidential suite at Nobu Cabo. Nursery, $7,038. And then I just see a bunch of hospital miscellaneous, one for $109, $108, $870, $4,557 for hospital miscellaneous. Before I decided on the C-section, I tried to have them vaginally and I had a failed epidural. Actually, 2 failed epidurals. Came out to a whopping $2,200. Again, for a failed epidural. So even if it fails, you still have to pay for it. $320, and it says First Hospital Birthing Center Care Day. My son had to see a pediatric cardiologist in the hospital, so that was $525. This bill is for $1,300. This is for my son as well. Inpatient medical, inpatient medical. I wish this was a joke. $67,077. That is for my son's 3-day.
Damn, $67,000. But which state? Because the other one was way cheaper, a little bit. I don't know, man. That's a lot, bro.
NICU stay. Just for his room and board in the NICU, it was $22,599. Like I said, I had a C-section, so I did have to pay for the anesthesia of that as well. So for this spinal block, it was $3,600. This is like for a random lab, $800 bill. The actual rate for the C-section from my OB who delivered the babies, $4,200. She had another doctor assisting her, so I got a bill from her, $447. Each twin saw an audiologist before we got discharged from the hospital, and each one of them, that was $350, so $700 for both. Each baby got billed $388, again, just for their checkup to be able to be discharged from the hospital. So giving birth to my twins cost me about $160,000. You heard that right.
Always a fun day when you get your medical bill from birthing your child, and I love it when people go through this. So I'm going to go through all the charges and tell you guys how much it costs to have a child in the United States. So first off, labor room and delivery, $6,205.83. Room charge semi, not really sure what that means, $1,691. Laboratory, $1,045.51. Laboratory path, $570.70. Pharmacy, this one gets me because I can tell you when I was there, I had 1 bag of Pitocin, 1 ibuprofen, 1 stool softener, and 1 prenatal vitamin, $232.60. So the total for that section is $9,745.64. So then for Koa's services, just some things he had to get done in the hospital. One of them, $464. The other one, $402, for a total of $866. And then this one's my favorite, the OB services, $5,695. So may I remind you, my doctor got into the room when I was 10 centimeters dilated. She broke my water and I pushed for 3 minutes. Baby was out. She left, never saw her again. $5,695. So before insurance, we're looking at just over $15,000 to have a baby. And may I remind you, this was probably the smoothest delivery possible. So I got to the hospital 2:54, delivered 3:17, was out within like 24 hours of having the baby. So $15,000 for the most simple delivery out there. We had no complications. I didn't have an epidural, barely took any drugs. He was totally healthy. $15,000.
Without comparing to the other ones, I think this one is the cheapest. Yeah, 15,000. This one is the cheapest compared to like 67,000, 46,000, and a bunch of numbers. I think this one is the cheapest. I don't know about the next video, but I think so far this one is the cheapest one so far.
$1,000. After insurance, it's only $3,345. But we wonder why people don't have more kids. It's because of this.
You give birth in the US and they send you that bill. What happens when you don't pay it? Because, do you know I saw the bill of a woman who had twins? I almost had a stroke. What happens if you don't pay that bill? Why is that bill there? Why am I being charged to bring life into the world? Doesn't that help the world?
I mean, you gotta think about it. What about the nurses, the doctors? You get what I'm saying? They have to get paid. The equipment that they use. You get what I'm saying? If you had an operation like a surgery, that I'm saying operation is a surgery. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They have to get paid. How the doctors are gonna get paid if they don't charge the customer? The customers, you get what I'm saying? So makes sense.
I need a mother to explain this to me down in the comments, please. Let me know what happens if you don't pay the medical bill that you're supposed to when you give birth. Because I've been praying for twins, but giving I have to go to another country. A bitch been praying for twins, didn't know how expensive twins were. I thought they were free to make. I really thought. I thought the only labor that had to be done was up to me and my business.
This is how much it costs.
Me too. I thought it was for free. I thought it was for free, man. I'd like to know if you don't pay the bills, what will happen too. I'd like to know that. What's going to happen? So, thank you for reaching out to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friend and family. Stay blessed and be safe. Bye. See you in the next video.